Alright, version 8 dropped today, and it is fucking great. So there's tons of new shit. Reworked even the starting area. So the starting area is pretty basic. Milestones for the people who like fucking achievements. The second page right there is for your journals. There's like, I think 4 or 5 for each dungeon. Dungeon map, item map, and then you have your page where you can buy stuff where it used to be coins. Now it's going to be insight. We'll see there in a second. There's 3 new dungeons. Fungal, Hidden Library, and the small one is Sunken Hidden Gardens. But this is where, this right here, the insight thing, is where you used to be able to like collect those coins and then buy permanent upgrades. This is the new thing. So after you do a dungeon and you die, you'll get like judged on 3 things, I guess. Items. Can't remember the other 2 because I only went through the game like 3 times so far. So all the shit that you're probably going to see for the first time is all stuff that I've seen for the first time. There's still probably monsters that I haven't seen, and I still haven't even gotten to the third, the last dungeon boss yet because I've died twice trying to get to him. But there is a bug with this dude. After you die in the game, you'll come back and he'll have a exclamation mark to talk to him again, but nothing pops up in the box. So I don't know if it'll be bugged on yours. It probably will be because I reset the game like 2 or 3 times to see if it would fix, and it seems to be like an actual permanent bug where nothing pops up. You try to click off and you can't leave because there's nothing to click off of. So it just says click to continue, but there's no way to do it. So you're stuck there because you can't move when you're fucking talking to somebody. So don't fuck with that guy to the second round through the game. Again, everything is breakable now. Chairs, tables, bookshelves. There's loot just floating around. These are the text pages. I haven't read them all. Pretty much they just talk about each dungeon and like shit that's going on. You can pause it if you want to read it. I just let it go through so if someone wanted to read like some of them. Because every dungeon that you start out, you'll find one. And then I guess others are just scattered. But there's tons of just items fucking everywhere. This is pretty much the overgrown dungeon. A lot of the old stuff is here. The old basic flowers. The walking pads. But there's also a lot of new stuff, so don't think you're just going to be running through. Right now you're going to see a whole bunch of just the items I found, like this one. There's one that made your sword bigger, fire damage I've gotten, more crit. Pretty much all the old ones, but some of the older ones have been like reworked here and there, so they're not quite the same. Still like potions. These were cool. The little green bottle to summon Wisp. You'll see that later. And you can always stop and like read any of these if you want. So with the new reworking of the dungeon, there are multiple layers. And so shit will be like above you, under you. I found like rooms where you had to go down ladders. And there's like a little sewer system, which is just the regular rooms, but it looks like almost like a sewer system. Just little cool shit. The ladder works great. Now there's so many more monsters that come at you rather than before where you go into like a big room like this and you see like 2 guys, but now you're seeing like 4 or 5 of one type. This is one of the new flower monsters right here. Spits like a big ball of acid. Again, not really a threat by itself, but when there's 2 other kinds of fucking asshole slimes, and there are new slimes. There are a lot of new douchebaggy slimes. Again, the ladders, perfect. So, first boss fight. Just an old monster. They just reworked him a little bit. But for the first boss fight, this guy's fine. Another thing too is going back through the third time, I went back to this boss fight, and it was actually a different monster. So I don't know if all the dungeons yet changed their bosses, but I know like this dungeon, the first dungeon, changed its boss like twice so far. But all the second one, this dungeon is the fungal one. It's got a real cool boss. Again, there's the journal page. And all the dungeons now, after you finish the boss, there's no like loading screen or exit screen. You walk down that little hallway, and then the new dungeon starts, and they're all like seamless. So to me, that's pretty fucking cool. Nothing's slowing you down. You move on, and that's it. We've seen these things before, the green pus things, but now they're red. I guess it's spores. Blessed the hammer. You also reskinned the sword a little bit. We got I like the little like mushroom caps coming off the walls. Also new traps. I don't know if this is a trap or just this happens on some of the walkways. You hear that noise and you notice, oh, it's fucking gone. This motherfucker, this new zombie, scared the shit out of me the first time. He'll put his arms back and he'll rush you. And when he rushes you like that, if you're in the way, he just fucking piles into you over and over again. And you have to watch out when you kill them, because they'll explode. And the little wisp that's flying into them, that's from that potion I got earlier. So they pretty much fly around you like a little bodyguard. See how he rushes into you? And then kamikaze. And all that little shit's like spores. Same with these fucking slimes. Again, don't fly into the spores. They will fuck you up. New plant monster. Or this one's a mushroom. We'll see him again. We got the same old, pretty much the old storekeeper. Selling new shit. Looks the same. Depending on whatever dungeon he is what kind of color his outline is. I haven't killed him, so I don't know if that changes anything. But this is the second boss here. And this boss is my new favorite, and I fucking hate him. He's a giant mushroom head, and you can't really see it yet, but they see his face. If he looks at you, he'll do that little dash shit that all the rest do, and he'll just like slam into you. So as long as he's not looking at you, he won't dash at you. And you can hit the little spores and they won't explode and leave any shit if you use your sword, but if you throw the knife at them, they just explode and they leave all the like their spores around, and you don't want to, can't touch any of that shit because it fucking damages you. But this is about one of the hardest fucking bosses. Really cool idea. I really like him. He's not a fucking pushover, and this is like the second boss. So you can imagine what the fucking third guy's gonna be like. Look at his face all bloodied and shit. He looks pissed. And he doesn't like, he just keeps coming at you. I find it easier to get in his face like that, and then when he charges, sidestep him. Don't do what I did where I just let him hit me. This is pro tip. So you have your same fucking interface. It tells you all what items you have when you hit the left controller. But the cool thing now is when you move between dungeons, there's always going to be seems to be like a food item, and then some other item that just helps you with something. Again, this is the Lost Library. Reminds me of the underwater temples from Minecraft with the blue, but it's really fucking cool. A lot of cool pain in the ass fucking enemies, and again, they're not easy. Once you learn their trick, you can easily overcome them. You got the same books, easy kills. These new fucking slimes, you gotta watch out for. They like dive into you pretty much kite the fuck out of them. That's the easiest way I've been able to do it. Now we have portals, and I don't know how to tell which portal takes you where. We still have enemy wisp and all that shit. But the rooms now are like huge and shit. And just be careful when you walk into some of those portals. They're not always like placed in friendly areas. I like how the fucking monsters now will like beeline it for you, and they'll fly through like boxes and shit. You'll hear a whole bunch of stuff break, and you turn around as a monster just chasing you. This is what happens when you go into the wrong portal. Son of a bitch. More wisp. That one kicked my ass. These slimes they're a pain in the ass, but they're a lot of fun. I notice when you keep knocking them in the air, they won't jump around. These new guys too, I fucking hate these dudes. This was where I got my first death. They just fucking they lay into you. Just notice you can interrupt them. And it's so, I really like how they just don't stop. It's like they see you, and we're just going to keep shooting. We're going to shoot through fucking all the furniture. You're not making out of here alive. This would be like Leroy Jenkins, that shit. Not super hard to kill. They take a few swipes and they're done, but like, man, they don't stop firing. This is my first death. So after you die, this is with all your insight, your 3 scores. Then they'll give you the final score or I guess what you did, and then they give you a score of insight based off of that. And that's the insight you take. And here's the bug too, so you know I'm not fucking with you. And then you can't click out. Stupid. This is where you buy your insight. I bought one. I bought 2 of them. I ended up buying like the one for the little sacrifice things. And it's cool after you go through a dungeon. Tells you what's there. The other map tells you what items. You know, you've seen this all before if you played this game before. But we're going to get to that hidden temple shit. Don't worry. Tons of items. And it saves all your journal pages, so if you want to go back and read them. This was a cool penny whistle. It's another item going through like the second and third time through. Remember, you still have your broken walls that you can find. This is the actual portal to the or the pathway to the hidden garden. So once you jump down those like walkways like this, you can't return. So once you're down there, you're kind of you fucked yourself if you wanted to go back and check shit. So I recommend if you're ever walking around anywhere and then you see a giant drop and there's no ladder out, check every other corner first. Because usually once you go down those kind of like 2-foot drops, you can't get back up. Again, with the rooms, they're so much bigger now. Granted, this dungeon wasn't really that long, but having the layered levels is so fucking cool. The armor slimes are the worst. Dicks. Stupid protective helmets. I like how you just break it off of them and they're still fine. Fucking brutal. Again, old simple monsters. But when you mix and match, you know, all their different abilities, they put pressure on you. And to me, that's like winning formula for this game. One thing I learned too, fighting the zombies, just your basic zombies, that if you this was a bug too, my hand got fucking stuck. If you just chop the legs real hard, you could take them to the ground like that. They get up quick, but knocking them down just to buy you a couple seconds, spanked them. Watch. Usually it's the skinny leg. Still fucking take damage from like an idiot running into him. Also, there's like these weird I think they're bushes or shrubs. But I break them up. They have some of them like bleed. It's weird. These didn't though. Again, store clerk. Depending on what dungeon's he in, how he dresses. I think next time I go through, I'm gonna fucking kill him. And we have an old boss with no chandelier. It's a lot more of a pain in the ass to fucking deal with him. Again, he's not hard, but every time you hit him, he's just gonna spawn more little bastards. Kept chopping the bushes. Fuck your shrubs. Keep thinking there's gonna be like something in them, but there's never nothing in them. In some of the boxes you'll find like I found keys or some items, but in most of the boxes you break they're usually empty. So you kind of have to just go around and like hit everything. It's the only way to be sure. It's like fuck yo shrubs. Another item I found. The items are real fucking good now. That one made my crit go up to 40%. Beast. And again, seamlessly transitions from one dungeon to the next. So now this is the second time through this dungeon, and it'll be the second time through the hidden library dungeon. I don't think I really saw any new monsters, but I saw them in different, like, back up. There you go. Another thing with these red zombies, when they do their charge, if you swing hard at them, you can knock them back. It's just not easy. But I ran into, like, 2 or 3 of them at a time, and it was, like, a little bit of a bitch. Again, this is showing you that when I went through the first dungeon through the third time, the boss changed. And this is again another old guy, but I guess that first stage the bosses change every now and then. I haven't really seen like a pattern or anything. These little mushroom guys, they're simple to kill, easy to stay away from. The little arch follows you a little bit, but not too much. Also, fucking mimics are back. Some bitches. I hate them. This scared the fuck out. I didn't know what this was at first. They're like magic axes, and they just see you and they start spinning at you. Pretty fucking cool. Golden slime. Takes a lot of damage, but he usually drops something. We got those rings that you have to like hold on to move around shit again. And what a perfect place to put the fucking axe dude that spins and hits me while I'm trying to do the rings. Asshole placement. I fucking hate the rings. It creeps me out. But again, the whole climbing, the guys got that shit down. I haven't had any problems. Haven't had like fall off any ladders or anything like that. The climbing is a solid. These motherfuckers, the beam, whatever these are, the crystal beam creatures, sons of bitches. They pretty much just shoot a beam. If you're within their sight, they shoot a beam and then they slowly aim it towards you. Even when you duck, like, they move the beam down at you. Like, it follows your face. And if they can see you, they'll fucking shoot at you. If you're hiding behind a pillar and you don't see the beam come at you, it's because the beam can't pass through that pillar, but they're still shooting. You'll see right here. Like, you see, you think, oh, no, I'll just put my head out there. No, that bitch is still shooting. It doesn't turn off. I really like those guys. And here's your regular, your little sacrifice half a health for coins or crit or some shit. These are the same book guys, but they have like the big fucking energy ball. Huge explosion. And you can bat it back at them like most creatures. This fucking... Just to show you how big some of the... This room was huge. Again, there's portals everywhere. You got these asshole beams. They're shooting through everything. Just almost walked into that portal. I run into this one to take me over here, and then, oh shit, bad. It's a lot more fun. Again, this is like the third time through, and this is as far as I gotten. Because some of the rooms are just like out to fucking destroy you, which I like. It makes the game a lot more harder. You gotta kind of like run and do everything on your feet. I like these fucking crystals. Alright, so pretty much you've seen all that I've seen. Still free on side quest. Another thing they added is like the blood. Look at all the blood on my hands. So give it a shot. It's free side quest. Keyword is free. Go. Alright, have a good night. Bye.